to my cardiologist for a follow-up appointment. He was telling me that there was my test results showed nothing was wrong with my heart.
And to clarify, this is after you were on the show?
Yeah, but the show hadn't aired yet. Okay, this had, anyway. The show did have something to do with, anyway, I'll get to that later. I'm going in order here. This is a order of events. Anyway, the doctor asked me what it felt like. I said, I felt like I was suffocating. In other words, there was a lot of pressure on my chest and I couldn't breathe. And he said, well, how bad was it? I said, well, it's the closest I had ever thought about committing suicide was when I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating. So anyway, he said, he asked me if I thought I was going to kill myself. I said, no, I'm breathing now. You know, it was only during the attack. He said, then he proceeded to say, well, that sounds like you're suicidal. I said, no, as long as I can breathe and I'm not suffocating, I'm fine. Then he proceeded to ask me the dumbest question you can ask a smart aleck. He asked me, well, if you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it? Well, that's, you know, I started rattling off 101 ways you can kill yourself. He got up out of his office and I heard him calling the sheriff's office. So I skedaddled out of his office and went home, and no sooner than I got home, the deputies came out to my house. The deputies came up and said I had to come with them. I said, am I under arrest? They said, no, you're not under arrest, so I don't want to go. Well, they said, you ain't got no choice, you got to go. So anyway, they took me to the emergency room where the nurse came in and said, we need your blood. I said, I don't want to give it. You know, I want an attorney. They said, well, you're not under arrest. You don't have a right to an attorney. I said, well, am I free to go? No, you're not free to go. So they said, I wasn't under arrest, but I wasn't free to go. So anyway, they had to hold me. They held my arm down and forcibly took blood from it. Violation of 4th and 5th Amendment. Right there. Here we go. So anyway, they took it, but because it's medical, you have no rights. Anyway, I got belligerent with them. You know, hey, I'm, you know, imprisoned. Well, they kept saying, no, you're not. Yes, I am. Let me go. Well, the doctor there, little woman doctor, she got mad at me. She says, her quote, unquote, out of her mouth, where she says, I'll show you. And she filled out the form and sent me into another part of the hospital for observation, where they kept me for 3 days.
Do you understand how they were able to keep you? What was the form that they were able to keep you against your will?
At that time, I wasn't able to see nothing. Okay. All I asked for was an attorney. For a day and a half, I asked, where's my attorney? I want an attorney. The doctor talked to me for 1.5 hours my whole time there. He kept trying to give me psychotropic drugs. I don't remember the name, but it was a blue and white pill. He kept trying to, and I refused the drugs. So that made the psychiatrist mad. Anyway, I got to see the attorney. The attorney said, just keep your mouth shut and smile at him and wave, and in 3 days the judge will come. The judge said there's nothing wrong with you. You can go.
So for 3 days you were held against your will at what facility?
It was McFarland Psychiatric Unit in Lebanon, Tennessee. So anyway.
And what did they say was wrong with you? What did they try to diagnose you with?
At the time, there was no diagnosis. I was just there for observation. Oh, the soup gets good. But let's go on. A week later, I got my YouTube money in, and I decided I was going to go out and get this Glock. It was on sale. The gun shop had a used Glock. So I filled out the stuff for my background check, and it was denied. And I appealed it, and they said it was because I was picked up. Even though I was released with nothing being wrong with me.
Previously, you're a law-abiding.
Yeah, I had a permit. I've had carry permit for 6-8 years.
Own guns.
Yep. So anyway, they refused it, and then they sent me the letter to turn in my permit, and I've been going to court ever since. And here I'm going to court now on the 14th of January the doctor, Dr. Elazar, that he wouldn't answer the form my attorney kept giving him. My attorney kept asking for the diagnosis, and the doctor keeps refusing. And finally, my attorney has subpoenaed the doctor to court. Now the doctor's saying that I am what's called, it's not manic depression. It's the highest form of depression. He said that's what he told them that if he's forced to go to court, he would tell the court that I was whatever the highest form of depression is. So basically, the doctor's going to get up there, and he was there when the judge said there was nothing wrong with me and all like that. So the doctor has to perjure himself in order to get back at me for subpoenaing him to court. Because now he's going to say that I had the most severe form of depression. Why did they turn me loose? I don't understand. If I was so bad, why did he sit in front of that judge and tell the judge that I was fine?
So after your ordeal, did they take your guns from you?
No.
So
no, I got rid of them.
Why would you get rid of your guns?
Because it's illegal. If I get caught with them, then they would take them. In other words, I would have no recourse to...
kind of clarify, I don't understand what... because technically, you, from their perspective, you had some kind of mental troubles. Mm-hmm. You were put, held against your will for 3 days. You were released. So what sort of crime or what happened to you that...
There is no crime.
So why would you not keep your guns?
Because if I am caught with the guns, they can take them.
According to who?
According to the state.
Okay,
look, if I cannot go purchase a gun, that means you have no right to own a gun. I mean, if you can't do your background check, it's like, I don't know.
So you voluntarily got rid of them. You weren't told to. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
I had to. Well, I wasn't going to give them a chance to take them. I mean, why would I give it to the state? I mean, I would just as soon my dog have the AR-15. You like your AR, don't you? So, I'm going to plead the Fifth Amendment on anything about what happened to my firearms. I'm not going to confirm nor deny. Officially, I don't have them anymore. And on the 14th, if that doctor gets on that stand and perjures himself, I will never get my permit back. If he gets up there and tells the truth, I'll have my permit back.
What is the name of your YouTube channel?
Sarti 1.
Could you spell that for our audience?
DSARTI 1. The number 1.
Great. And do you have a blog or a website that you run, or you just
That's
focus
it.
on the YouTube?
That's pretty much it. I mean, I used to have Sarti Studios before my knee went out. And I was trying to do photography work and stuff. And people don't realize just how much work photography can be.
Do you feel like you need permission for the state to have a firearm? How does it make you feel
absolutely.
in Tennessee you have to have a permit to carry?
Yeah, well, actually, in 1870, before 1870, Tennessee's Constitution didn't have anything about the legislature. I would really love to see us restore our state constitution back to the way it originally was written in 1796. I mean, they changed it in 1870, and there was no reason for it. So if we could put that back just the way it was, constitutional carry would be once again in Tennessee.
Do you have any advice for anyone thinking about going on Doomsday Preppers, or for any preppers out there, or for anyone who's into...
Doomsday Preppers wasn't the thing. National Geographic has gone entirely entertainment. It's not educational like the channel used to be. It's just like MTV. MTV used to be music videos. Now it's I don't know, garbage. So all the different media in this, except for YouTube. YouTube is becoming the new media. if you research NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, they're all owned by the same parent companies. In Nashville, right here in Tennessee, Gannett, here's my paper, I've got them written down. Gannett owns the Tennessean, the Banner. Gannett actually owns USA Today and one of the TV stations, WSMV. So this one parent company is responsible for well over 50% of what you read and see in Tennessee. Now, freedom of the press means the press should be free, but the press has been taken over. I mean, I would love to see this broken up like we did with Ma Bell. Remember when AT&T, okay, if you can only own one newspaper, right? Okay, one newspaper. If you're going to be a newspaper, you can't own television stations. You know, little things like that. And people that run television stations shouldn't be, you know, if you're on cable, then stay off the airwaves. I mean, break them up so there's more different owners. That way you don't have basically 6 people that can sit around a table and decide what the whole world's going to see.